So Chris, it's been over 10 years since any women's signature has come out.
It's really been that long?
It's really been that long. And Breonna Stewart, so very happy that you got one. And from Puma.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get into this.
Let's do it.
Hey everyone, and welcome to SneakerWeb. My name's Rico.
My name is Chris.
And today my voice is shot. But with that being said, we're gonna get into the Stewie ones from Puma. This is, again, the first women's signature shoe in just over 10 years. First, your initial thoughts, Chris, before I get into the technical breakdown, or do you want me to do the technical breakdown first?
I do have to say that this shoe is very well put together. In hand, it's very sturdy.
Yes.
Lots of interesting hints on this shoe. And for a women's shoe, it's actually very, very well put together. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm very surprised at how well this actually looks better than a lot of the quote unquote male sneakers that are on the market. And you know, I'm surprised to see where this one goes.
It's also performing very well. I have already tested these. I am going to be putting a performance review. This is actually a pair we are going to be giving away. Andrew, thank you very much. You are a Wear Testers Discord member. You're also a longtime SneakerWeb lover. So thank you very much for the support. This is actually your pair we're going to be giving to you. So with that being said, the tech breakdown of the shoe, starting with the bottom, you have the Puma grip traction and it works very well. You also have the nitro foam, which is a very dense foam, but it's also a very plush foam. The materials on these, it's a nano mesh material, which works very well. You also have some synthetic leather overlays, and you also have Breonna Stewart's logo here on the tongue. Very clean, very simple. I like it. You also have you actually have a hidden Puma logo actually in here, and you have a Puma logo right here. And some of the support features, you have a very nice wide and stable base. You also have an outrigger on the lateral side to keep you from falling over. You also have a internal heel counter and a very simple but sturdy structural sound lacing system.
Now this shoe is very, very sturdy.
It is.
I do like the bottom of the shoe. I'm a sucker for lots of grip on the bottom of the shoes. Now, the design on the bottom is actually what's pretty interesting. They
were actually trying to do the Seattle Needle, which that's the team that Breonna Stewart is on, the Seattle Superstorm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they couldn't get the license
or Seattle Storm.
Seattle Storm?
Yeah.
Anyway, they couldn't get the license fee because the needle is actually a trademark in itself. So you have this starburst in the heel, which is multi-directional herringbone essentially. And then in the front, you have this fish scale wave bone pattern here in the front, which works very well.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dope. Like, it looks like they actually meshed 3 different designs into one.
Yes.
Because if you look at it under a reflective light, you see a little bit of that like lightning bolt style
in the midfoot.
In the middle, and then you got it going towards the star at the bottom. Now, when you look at the top of the shoe, you have your basic lace style over top. It is woven into the shoe and then pretty much out back and forth.
And in the forefoot, you have these nylon cables to keep you locked in.
And then you kind of have these breathable holes all throughout the shoe, which I think is actually very cool on the shoe.
Yes.
It actually gives it a nice look to it. I do like probably about 3 or 4 hints of green on this. Now, I'm not a very loud person when it comes to basketball shoes.
This is actually called the Quiet Fire colorway.
It's actually pretty dope. Like, I think the color is not like overwhelmingly green. And when you see this highlighter type of green, you get like 4 or 5 different colors mixed together. I think it was put very well together. You get some leather hints on that at the top. You know, you still have the Puma logo. It's not doing too much, which in my opinion, it's great.
Very subtle.
Very subtle. And then they also put it as a staple, like you said earlier, on the inside of the shoe. The logo is one of the things that I noticed the most. It's super simple and super clean.
Not doing too much.
Not doing too much. And I think this shoe overall, I think performance-wise, it does what it has to do. But as far as design-wise, it's not over the top, not doing too much, but it does, in my opinion, look better than a lot of the shoes on the market. These kind of remind me of the Lucas as far as shape goes. But overall, I think these are pretty dope.
And for $120.
See, that price point alone, for me,
this is in the same ballpark as the Mellows.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like, I actually think these are, in my opinion, if I had to look between these and the Mellows, this would be within my top 3.
Oh, really?
If I had to look at it, yeah. This one, the Wade, the D Wade 10s, the lows that we did, and then the Mellows. Mellows are still going to be my top ones, at least for right now. But these are a very, very close first to me because I actually did some research on these prior to reviewing these. And when I'd seen the overwhelmingly amount of people that
like these,
like it's not every day you see a release, especially a women's release, that everybody is like gung-ho, like I need to get these. Like there
actually,
hasn't been
the men's sizes, the upper sizes, pretty much sold out.
Yeah, and then you get a lot of like, you know, basketball players and even local stores where people are like, oh, well, when are you going to get these in? I even checked on Puma's site, all sold out.
Yep.
But overall, I think it's super dope. And I think the one thing that really catches my eye, like, I don't know what it is, but it's this design back here that's kind of like engraved into the back of this heel counter back here. And it's super, super nice. And it goes to the back of the foot as well.
Yep.
It's clean. Like the shoe is a very clean design. It's not doing too much. Now, as far as the padding on the inside, it's very sturdy, in my opinion. It is a little bit hard, but I feel like it could break in over time as you wear it.
I'm not gonna say much.
Yeah, because you're doing the performance review.
Excellent.
The tongue is your typical spongy tongue that you get on most basketball shoes. But overall, you know, materials are nice. Stitching is tight. No visible glue marks.
I will say the fit right off the bat.
Yeah.
Definitely go true to size. Unfortunately, I did have to go down half a size because, like I said, on the day of release, I was struggling to get a release. So real quick for the fit, I will say immediately go true to size because on the day of release, I was trying to get my size. But funny story, I was looking at these and didn't even think that they were women's sizing. So I got a size 11, which is a 9.5 if you're converting it to men's size. So then I went back immediately, got another size, got my true size. Got my down half a size, which is a 10.5. And I will say, even though it's a little tight, if you really want that true one-to-one fit, then maybe go down half a size as well. But if you want to go just with a little bit of wiggle room, go true to size.
Yeah, and I did see from a lot of people that reviewed these that these shoes are pretty comfortable. And that playing in them is actually like playing on air, is what one person said. So I actually think these are gonna probably flood the market and get it by storm. Puma's actually been jumping into the basketball game a lot more. And I like to see it. They have been killing it.
My personal favorite is the All Pro,
Yeah.
and that is still one of my favorite Puma shoes to date.
Yeah, and they've been really putting a number on, you know, and not just signing younger players, but they've also been getting into people that actually understand, you know, the structure of a basketball shoe and want to do it based off of playability and not just based off looks.
Yes.
And I think this shoe kind of hits all those corners because if I'm wearing the shoe, I could wear it casually and I could wear it as a basketball shoe, in my opinion. So it looks good either way.
And they actually just released a black and white colorway of the shoe, so super clean, super simple.
Yeah.
But again, my overall thoughts, I'm gonna save all my thoughts for the performance review. But in terms of design, in terms of the simplicity of it, I love it. Like Chris said, I think you can rock these off court with all day comfort as well. You're not gonna get any pinching or binding in any certain areas. The laces are super simple. The colorway, absolute fire. The gradient here, if you notice it, goes from a neon green to a dark forest here back in the heel. Super clean, super simple. That's pretty much the theme of this shoe, and it works.
Rarely do I praise a shoe, for a basketball shoe specifically, for putting large amounts of leather on a shoe, but the leather on this feels so good, and the design,
and it is synthetic, I will state.
Yeah, it is synthetic, but it feels so good. Like, and personally, you know, I'm a huge low top basketball shoe kind of guy, and I feel like this is right up my alley. No bias, I think, you know, this shoe is actually put together very well. Everything on it is clean, even down to the glue marks. There's no visible glue signs, at least on this pair, and I think it's just super dope. So just based off design and based off looks and based off of, you know, the background of it, the player that's attached to it, I'm gonna give it a 9, in my opinion.
Isn't that your first 9 of this channel?
I think there was another shoe I gave a 9 to. I don't know if it's a basketball shoe.
Somebody look up and be the transcriber.
But I think this shoe plays out so well. It reminds me when the Lamellos first came out, and it gave you that wow factor of a shoe. I think this gives me that.
Speaking of the Lamellos, which would you pick? They both do come in low top form.
If I had to choose, I would probably choose these because even the low top lamellos are still a bit high for me.
Okay.
I do feel like though the lamellos,
design wise,
I feel like this would be right up my alley because of my foot shape.
Okay.
But I also think that the lamellos would be a little bit squishier than these, which is why I would choose them on the comfort level. But as far as design goes, no, this knocks the lamellos out the park in my opinion.
Okay. Well, you hear here first, Chris, and that again, saving my final thoughts. Does that take care of your thoughts on these, Chris?
Yeah, I'm pretty good on these.
I'm pretty good on these as well. Like I said, a performance review is going to be coming on these. Stay tuned for that. We are going to have a lot to say about these, a lot of good things.
Yeah.
My personal comparisons, I do just want to get out the way. So I played in the Clyde Court and I played in the Clyde All Pro. The Clyde All Pro is a very close contestant with these, even in the same price range. It's very hard to compare the two because they're both right up there. They're honest, like Puma's killing it. I'm telling you guys, if you want a good, consistent basketball shoe, not even necessarily on a budget, just for a good price, definitely look at Puma. You guys won't be disappointed in my opinion. But that takes care of everything on the Puma Stewie ones, the Quiet Fire colorway. Let us know if you like these and let us know your thoughts if you played in these as well. Let us know down in the comment section. Also hit that subscribe button and the bell notification and share this with your friends as well. Really show the support. Love to see it. But that takes care of everything. And with that said, Chris,
just like the traction on this shoe, keep on trekking, guys, and we'll see you later.
Peace.